we have a quorum. And we have to approve the minutes. I don't know if you have a copy of those from the last meeting, which was March 21st.
Yep.
Need a motion to accept the minutes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of March 21st.
Okay, and we need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, any additions, corrections? If none, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, so moved. Okay, moving right along. I guess you've taken over from here.
Here we go. All right, communication. I have 3 notes that we received. The first one is they're all from seniors, obviously. And I won't mention names because they're kind of private, but one said, "Dear Mike, I want to thank you for the incontinence supplies you sent me. They are greatly appreciated. As you know, we have a bank of incontinence supplies and we give it out as needed, as we have supplies as well." The second one says, "Dear Mike, for many years, I've had the good fortune to have my income tax report prepared by AARP volunteers. I'm 96 years old and the task overwhelms me. By the luck of the draw, William Johnson has done it almost all of these years. I want to make a gesture of gratitude. And Mr. Johnson suggested a donation to the Rose City Senior Center, thus the enclosed check." So that was very nice to receive. I think that was a $50 donation that she gave. And then the last note, it says, "Many, many thanks for always being there whenever I've needed help. Your thoughtfulness and kindness will always be remembered. Now that I'm not driving, you'll be hearing from me quite often. Please know that I am very grateful for all that you do." And this was another senior that, again, no longer will be driving, so we'll rely on us for her medical transportation, shopping, whatever it may be, pharmacy runs. So it's just nice to receive things like that and people showing their gratitude towards us.
So Mike, how does that work? If someone needs a ride to a doctor, obviously when they have the doctor, they have to make an appointment first. And then they have to call you, and if there's not anything available, they have to check. How does that work?
Right. So if the time that they want isn't available, sometimes people will go earlier. They don't mind waiting a little bit. Also, if they're at the doctor's scheduling the appointment, the doctor's office, almost every doctor's office will communicate with our receptionist directly. So we can match up schedules. Yeah. So it prevents, the seniors from being the middle person going back and forth, oh, they don't have this time, they have this time. So yeah, there are some doctor's offices that just refuse to do that, which I don't know why, but they do. It just makes it more phone calls for them to answer. But for the most part, that's how it operates. The out-of-town medical transportation is a lot more difficult because it's one driver, one van going pretty much anywhere in the state. So it's pretty limited. But we try to accommodate as much as possible. We try to double up when people are going to the same area, maybe New Haven or West Haven, things like that. So yeah.
Human services report.
That's me. So budget sessions are underway. Next Monday, the city council is putting their proposed budget up. And then that will be open for meeting with everybody for public comments, for approval, and then so will be a budget at this time. So I'm going along with the process. Part of the budget team was the school manager proposing to public works, which is bringing that our space,
Thanks for over. Yes. Yeah. I just haven't gone over there yet. I feel awkward, but I believe we did it before, and I don't believe it fits the height of our vans. So it would fit, the smaller van and cars, but not the buses. Yeah. But we'll double check it once it is empty or close to empty or done deals.
Figure it out. I mean, if it's cheaper, we're going to hold it back.
Terror.
About $3.3 million allocated. So there is kind of a pool of funds right now. But, you know, that's not.
Which, you know, I thought it was good. I did watch the hearing when you were presenting, and yeah, I love that when city council does ask, is your budget reflective of what's going on and what the needs are of the seniors? Because, you know, as time goes here, there are additional needs because of the population expanding. You know, the population of kids in schools is decreasing, but the population of seniors are increasing, and I feel like our budget should be reflective of that at some point. So, I mean, we could use another Carolyn, you know, and you know, the more baby boomers that come on board, the more we're gonna need those services. So.
Do you find those numbers? Did you count here?
It's tough to tell right now.
Last year, the year before?
That's the toughest thing for us to tell right now because of the pandemic. But I believe so. I believe they're increasing. I mean, we're getting new members all the time, and we average 20 something new members a month. So we are getting that influx of people. You know, we lose members too. You know, people, you know, or pass away or whatever it may be. But we're definitely gaining ground on people. So.
Last year, I mean, yeah, I know about it, it's like, I might have 45 days ago.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so, and, you know, to your point, I think I've been asked a lot of questions about data, not just about seniors, but across the board, and coming in as a new person and coming from a nonprofit fundraising, I'm understanding like what they're wanting to see. Like they want anybody, like when you're donating money, like especially stores and their donors, you know, they want to know the need, like on paper, not just because you're saying it to them. They want the evidence of the need and being able to see the value of their investment. It's the same for the city council. So I'm hoping to be able to work more on that. Not that the information isn't there, but how it's presented. So hoping to work with Michael on that and building that, because yeah, the population is aging.
Right. And we always said that, like, too, with new city council, they should really spend some time at each department to see what's going on, or have a liaison on the council to see what's going on so they can bring back information to other council members. We hardly ever see council people up here unless we're having a special event. So, you know, I feel like they're really not in the know of what we do. You know, they see our newsletter each month and they can look through it, but they don't know the impact that we actually have on people and their constituents, really.
I mean, I belong to a legal department. We have a city council member on that. I'm sure
Yeah, why is there not every other advisory committee that I'm aware of has a council member?
I don't know, and I don't know if it's because this is a daytime meeting, most city council people are employed. I don't know what the history is there. No, I think she meant for our, for commission.
All the other advisory committees that I'm aware of has no city council member comments. I've seen that doesn't. So I was wondering, I was asking why.
Oh, because it is Julia.
Maybe.
But most of them are like it's by charter. Like it's required to have city council appointments.
I don't think it's necessary for them to come to this meeting. I think it's necessary to come here sometime and talk to Mike, find out what's going on. He can take them around, say, this is going here, oh, you can't go on that route like that. That's more beneficial than come and sit here at a meeting. That's not beneficial. They can come anytime.
There's nothing to see what is going on with the seniors and the facility itself. You know, what's after the people in the community. You know, what the money is going to, what the need is versus sitting a meeting with us.
Yeah, no,
Granted, we're all part of that, old people, but.
Rebecca's like, speak for yourself.
yeah, but that is a great point. Like I know that new council members like tour NPU. So, you know, what do they tour other spaces in the city? And if so, why isn't this on there? That's a great point.
Maybe can send them an invitation to come. Then they have to respond to it one way or the other.
Nobody wants to know now.
No, I would send everybody.
Is there anything else? Is there anything that I should know or I should do on behalf of here?
Mike?
Just, we've talked about it, we just want equal representation across the board for the departments that you cover. You to trust in us and fight for us, and I think you have, so good start.
All right, Mike, you're up.
So I just have a couple things. So we're having a booster clinic here today. It was organized through a booster clinic. It's actually a vaccination clinic. They'll give whatever. They have all the varieties of vaccinations. It's from 10 to 2. It's being put on by Griffin Health, but it was kind of organized through Uncas Health District. So this is the only one planned here for now. We have fielded a lot of phone calls about it, so hopefully they get a decent turnout.
Is it just the booster shot or could they just any shot?
Yeah, any shot. Yep. And then we've applied for 2 grants through Senior Resources for our podiatry clinic, which we have once or twice a month with the foot doctor, and a benefits counseling, which is Natalie, who's been here a long time. Our mental health counseling services is very busy, and hopefully eventually it may even increase to 20-hour-a-week person here through the ARPA funds. I know it's something that's being discussed. They actually asked us not to put the advertisement in the May newsletter because they're already backed up with people. So people will still know about it just by word of mouth, but it's been very busy. A few people have gone through and had multiple sessions and have been discharged because, you know, they've had a good result. So that's going very well. So we're very pleased that we're able to achieve that. You know, long term, with the ARPA funds running out, hopefully there's some way, some grant or something that can help it continue. So I think that's the idea of it. Other than that, just plugging away, business as usual. That's it.
Any questions? No, what you said before. As you say, city budget is dependent on what they do with conference. And they should be having it all the time. This year, they've got plenty of money.
Sounds like it.
Whole business. This pertains to garage again. Did you ever ask Village Tech, they could go to complete, they do things like
It still comes down to getting the funding for it. And the city has not supported funding it, bottom line.
so you would just need to get this supplies, because the labor will be theirs.
I believe so, right?
I just wonder if that would be worthwhile looking into and then approaching the city and say, look, we got a plan to do this, but someone has to pay for the material, and this is the cost, which we far less than having the contract. And with the scratch funds that are around, maybe they can find something. I don't know, it's just a suggestion, because I do know that they do things like that.
I think it would be a pretty large scale project for them, but I don't know what their extent of what they would do. I mean,
They built like that, sheds and things like that. Anyway, this is a good. Any other old business, new business? Anything else? And the next meeting is,
Monday, May 16th at 9 a.m. Back to our regular schedule. Then we'll have a 3-month break. We only meet 6 months out of the year. April, May, June, and then September, October.
Yeah, it's like 3 months on, 3 months off, 3 months on. Really, right?
No, March, April, May,
Yeah, March, April.
September, October.
so we can adjourn the meeting then?
I made a motion to adjourn the meeting.
If you're on favor, say aye. Opposed?